The agriculture, with its broad range, faces a lot of problems every year. It clearly shows how people became already dependent with chemical fertilizers that ruins the soil's quality over time. It is, however, alarming making use of these chemically incorporated enhancers due to unknown or misleading facts pertaining to the industrial purpose of the product. Therefore, farmers whose livelihoods depend on farming are directly affected by these problems.
Hello, my name is Cassandra C. Ortega.
I'm Francis R. Fidelis.
My name is Ciara D. Abreu.
Hi, I am Romani Martinez.
My name is Aljohnson B.
I'm Martinez.
My name is John Lloyd Pelka.
My name is Patricia Elaine T. Cardenas.
My name is 𝗑𝗵𝗆𝗀 M. Gapip.
My name is Rani Jane P. Reformado.
I am Kristine May E.
I'm Pauline Alexandra M.
Hi, I'm Princess May Valderrama.
I am Danielica Mae E.
And we are the team CriCoCo.
Soil acts as a reservoir that stores nutrients for plant growth. Enhancers and fertilizers are one of the most common substances that is needed to improve the quality of the soil. In the field of agriculture, amendments are commonly used by farmers to enhance soil quality and gain benefits from it. It helps to improve soil's physical condition and creates a more favorable structure for plants to access water and nutrients. This sector is important for inclusive growth, with agriculture being the key driver of the economy in the rural areas where most Filipinos live. Furthermore, plants cannot grow without the essential plant nutrients wherein nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium were considered as the most important. Enhancers are designed to rebuild soil's poor quality and make them more usable. This helps to generate interest as well as new discoveries in the agricultural sector while working towards a resourceful and obtainable solution to improve soil quality and mitigate the risk of plant damage.
The unique mixture of carbonized rice hull, coconut pulp, and cocoa beans were agriculturally formulated to aid soil-depleted nutrients in an organic manner where it is safe and more economical to use. This motivated the researchers to develop the CriCoCo, a mixture of carbonized rice hull, coconut pulp, and cocoa beans as an organic soil enhancer to speed up the process of restoring good soil quality that has been deteriorated over time. The researchers believe that despite the emerging researches both enhancers, there's still an urgent need to develop a soil enhancer to improve the quality of the soil for good quality crops.
Here is our statement of the problem, wherein this study was conducted to determine the efficiency of carbonized rice hull, coconut pulp, and coffee grounds and its biological impact on the growth of eggplant. Specifically, it sought answers to the following questions. SOP number 1. What is the initial parameters of the soil samples in terms of physical properties, color and texture? Number 2. Chemical properties, pH level, nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium. Our SOP number 2. What is the physical and chemical properties of the treated soil in terms of physical properties, color and texture? Number 2. Chemical properties, pH level, nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium. However, our SOP number 3 answered the question, is there a significant difference in the parameters among the 4 treatments with CriCoCo Soil Enhancer? Lastly, our SOP number 4, what is the effect of CriCoCo Organic Soil Enhancer and its biological impact on the growth of eggplant in terms of root system, number of leaves, color of leaves, and height of the plant?
Hypothesis. Through the statement of the problem, the researchers came up with the following hypothesis. Null hypothesis. there is no significant difference between the 4 treatments in terms of increase in chemical properties and in the biological growth of their plant. Alternative hypothesis. There is significant difference between the 4 treatments in terms of increase in chemical properties and in the biological growth of a plant.
Significance of the study. The CriCoCo soil enhancer is a mixture of carbonized rice hull, coconut pulp, and coffee grounds that was developed to improve the quality of the soil. This study would be highly significant in growing plants in order to produce a high quality of crops. This can also help people to lessen the waste and introduce waste for proper waste management. This can also help local farmers in minimizing their financial capability in purchasing chemical fertilizers. It will also help to generate interest in the field of agriculture to continue to produce organic soil enhancers. Lastly, the study can also serve as an inner foundation that can be adopted for future studies or as a related study about soil enhancers.
This study focuses on the production of the CriCoCo, a mixture of carbonized rice hull, coconut pulp, and coffee grounds as a soil enhancer. Furthermore, it assesses the effectiveness of the CriCoCo soil enhancer on the growth of a plant. The product CriCoCo were formulated in 4 different treatments with varying amount of each material. Testing was done at Regional Soils Laboratory, examining its texture and chemical composition, the pH level, nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium content only. However, only the stated chemical compositions were tested in eggplants. It merely focused on the combination of 3 materials and is still subjected for further improvements.
Definition of terms. The following terms were defined conceptually and operationally for better understanding. Biological, observable growth of plants. Coconut pulp, residue from coconut. Coffee grounds, the leftover results after the brewing process. Nitrogen, a major component of chlorophyll, the compound by which plants use sunlight energy to produce sugars from water and carbon dioxide. Phosphorus, a component of the complex nucleic acid structure of plants which regulates protein synthesis. Potassium, it enhances the ability of plants to resist diseases, insect attacks, cold, drought stresses, and other adverse conditions. Physicochemical are the intrinsic physical and chemical characteristics or properties of a material. Rice hull is the coating on a seed or grain of rice. Soil pH, it is an indication of acidity or alkalinity of soil. Lastly, the soil texture that refers to the proportion of the sand, silt, and clay-sized particles that make up the mineral fraction of the soil.
Shows the physical properties of the soil samples in terms of color and texture. The soil colors were identified using Mansell soil color chart. As shown in the test result of soil samples in terms of color, treatment 0 is classified with 7.5 YR 4/6 color, while treatment 1, treatment 2, and treatment 3 is found to be 7.5 YR 3/0. While in terms of soil texture, the treatment without CriCoCo is classified as loam. Treatment 1 is classified as sandy loam, treatment 2 and treatment 3 is classified as sandy clay loam. Generally, all treatments are qualified as ideal blend of soil for plant growth. The data suggests that the 4 treatments could be a possible soil enhancer based on their physical properties as shown above, with the treated soil having the same color and texture results as the standard.
Table 2 shows the parameters tested in the soil samples pertaining to the chemical properties, wherein in terms of pH level, the 4 treatments are to compare with the standard average of pH level that is between 6.6 to 8.0. Treatment 1 with the closest to neutral average having 5.27, treatment 2 with 5.15, and treatment 3 with 5.14, all classified moderately acidic, while treatment 0 with 4.89 is classified as intensely acidic. In terms of nitrogen level, the 3 treatments pass the standard average of nitrogen composition. Treatment 1 with the highest rating of 5.92% organic matter comes after treatment 2 with 5.04 0.04% organic matter, treatment 3 with 4.82% organic matter, and treatment 0 with 4.39% organic matter. In phosphorus composition, treatment 2 is the highest with a composition of 54.10 parts per million, followed by treatment 1 with 49.72 parts per million, treatment 3 with 40.42 parts per million, and treatment 0 with 3.080 parts per million. Lastly, the table revealed that all 4 treatments are found to be deficient in its potassium composition. From this result, it can be interpreted that treatment 1 has the best record of chemical composition. However, treatment 2 and treatment 3, having almost the same data as treatment 1 for all its parameters, still show good result.
Table 3. Growth of plant in terms of color of leaves. The treated with CriCoCo and all of its 3 replicates are classified as light green. All replicates of treatment 1 are classified as fading green to yellow. Treatment 2 and all its 3 replicates are classified as dark green, and all replicates of treatment 3 are classified as light green. The data obtained on the color of eggplant leaves revealed that treatment 2 has a good result with all of the replicates appearing with dark green in color.
Table 4. Growth of plant in terms of number of leaves. The number of leaves presented in Table 4 shows the quantity of the leaves of the 4 treatments, wherein the replicates of treatment 0 have 2 to 3 number of leaves. However, the total number of leaves in treatment 1 and treatment 2 and their 3 replicates ranges 3 to 4. And lastly, the replicates of treatment 3 have 2 to 3 leaves. It can be implied from this result that after the application of the organic soil enhancers, the plants have shown improvement in terms of reduction of leaves.
Table 5 shows the effect of CriCoCo and its biological impact on the growth of eggplant in terms of height. Treatment 2 has the highest record for all of its replicates. Replicate 1 with 30 cm, Replicate 2 with 28.2 cm, Replicate 3 with 29.6 cm, followed by Treatment 1. Replicate 1 with 27.7 cm, Replicate 2 with 25.2 cm, and Replicate 3 with 26 cm. Next is Treatment 3. Replicate 1 with 20 cm, Replicate 2 with 22 cm, and Replicate 3 with 22.08 cm. Lastly, Treatment 0 and all of its replicates has the shortest recorded height, since Replicate 1 measures 19 cm, Replicate 2 with 18.2 cm, and Replicate 3 with 18.6 cm. With all of this data, it is evident that Treatment 2 had the greatest impact on the eggplant growth in terms of height, considering that all of its replicates has higher records than the other treatments.
Table number 6. Growth of plant in terms of root system. During the process, 3 experiments were conducted with all data being measured in centimeter. Treatment number 2 had the best root system record with 3 replicates ranging from 5.4 to 5.6, followed by treatment number 1 with 4.8 cm in replicate 1, 4.7 cm in replicate 2, and 4.6 cm in replicate 3. Treatment 3 and its 3 replicates, on the other hand, have replicate number 1 measuring 4 cm, replicate number 2 with 3.8 cm, and replicate 3 with 4.2 cm. However, treatment 0 has the lowest root system record. Generally, that plant in treatment 2 having the longest root system will grow more nourished and strong enough to produce higher yields of food, fruits, and other outcomes.
Table 8. Another table for the biological impact of CriCoCo on the growth of eggplant in terms of root system. Table 8 shows the significant difference between the 4 treatments in terms of plant height using ANOVA single factor. The F critical value of 4.066181 is far less than the F computed value of 67.42857, indicating that there is a significant difference between the 4 treatment at the 0.5 or 5% level of significance. This outcome suggests that 4 treatments, particular Treatment 1, Treatment 2, and Treatment 3 with CriCoCo soil enhancer can help a lot in the strengthen the plant of root system.
This research has successfully proven the effectiveness of CriCoCo, a mixture of 3 waste materials, carbonized rice hull, coconut pulp, and coffee grounds as an organic soil enhancer. Therefore, producing the most effective concentration, which is comprised of 25% of carbonized rice hull, 50% of coconut pulp, and 25% of coffee grounds. The outcome of this study is beneficial to the farmers in organic agricultural farming in support of the Republic Act 10068, known as Organic Agriculture Act of 2010, and most importantly, considering the problem in purchasing enhancers, the product is categorized as cost-effective soil enhancer.
I got my head out the sunroof, I'm blasting